Hello, I'm Alessandro Paratoni and welcome to Food 101.
Food, people. Let's talk about food. Oh, Shafi.
Hello, Daniel, how are you?
Oh, good, like you. Oh, wow. Congratulations for another milestone to Shafi, Chef
Yeah, thank you.
Alessandro.
Thank you.
So, Shafi, can you share our another milestones for your life?
Yeah, I have the opportunity to go work for the Ritz-Carlton. Just start a week and a half ago. So, yes, I'm super excited. So, super happy. I reach my goal and it's a big thing. It's happened to me. So, I'm very, very happy.
Yes, congratulations
Thank
again.
you. Thank you very much.
And more success in your life.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, Shafi, before we go on, we want to invite our listeners to please do visit our official website, Food 101, or yes, official website of Food 101, www.food101.ca. Please visit this website, people, if you have the passion of cooking, because you're gonna learn a lot. It's our blog for Food 101 podcast. You learn how to create a delicious food, just like our latest article, the mushroom consomme. Ah.
Yeah.
If you are interested, please, people, visit our official website or official blog, Food 101. So, Shafi, what are we gonna talk about today?
Well, we're gonna finish what we was started last week, and we didn't. I didn't complete it 100%. We was talking about stocks, and then after, we start to talk a little bit about Dashi. But I said I would like, to talk a little bit more about it, because there is lots to say about that.
Yes.
And yeah, just I want to make everybody know. No, everybody, I hope now they know that I was working in Japan for 15 years. Of course, I never work in a Japanese kitchen. So whatever I learn because I love to take and absorb from everybody and take as much as possible, learn as much as possible, and I learn a little bit as much I could on dashi. The dashi, it's one of the it's a family stocks they use in the Japanese cuisine, and with the dashi, you can form the base of the miso soup, depending on what kind of dashi. Then we're going to talk about that one after. You can do clear broth soup, the noodle soup, and with the liquid, it's like accentuate the savory of the flavor of the, and known as umami, no?
Umami.
So that's right. So the dash, it's even the mix for is been used in Japan as a mix with the flour and even with the for okonomiyaki, for takoyaki, and even to make the traditional dashimaki, the traditional Japanese omelette roll,
Mhm.
very very popular in Japan. So let's talk about what kind of dashi they have the most typical dashi in Japan. Okay, so we have the kombu dashi, the classic kombu dashi. The kombu dashi, the kelp. And to make the kombu dashi, you have to gently simmer the kelp in the water before it start boiling. And when it start to boiling, you just shut it off and then you take off the kelp, and then that's the basic of the kombu dashi. Okay. After that, we got the irikodashi. Irikodashi, it's made with the small dry niboshi sardine. And practically you have to clean up the inside of the sardine. Then you can put the body and the head and the kombu in a container with the water, and you leave it over there for about 30 minutes. Then after that, you remove, you put all the ingredient in a pot, and you bring almost to boil. But before boiling, you have to take off the kelp out. Then after the kelp is out, you keep boiling for 3 minutes. and then you eliminate all the impurity on top, and then you take out from the stove, you take it out the sardine, and that's the best dashi for a miso soup. That's the best one that you can have. Now, after that, we got the shiitake dashi. The shiitake mushroom, been used with the dry mushroom. This is a cold. You put the cold water with the shiitake, you leave it over there for 12 to 24 hours, you absorb all the flavor. Japanese use the dry shiitake because they give it more flavor than the fresh shiitake, of course. And that's the shiitake. Then there is the famous katsuobushi. Katsuobushi, you shave the bonito, classic bonito fish, and then you bring to boil the water. When the water is boiling, you shut it off, and you put the katsuobushi in for 1 or 2 minutes, let it soak, and then after that you take it out, and that's how you got your katsuobushi. So there is so many, but right now, because the time change, not everybody wants to do this process, to put the kelp boiling, they came out with the liquid dashi, they came out with the granulated dashi. It's still good, I use at home. It's very good, and nothing to say bad about that, because it's a very good product. It's granulated, dissolved easily, or you get the liquid. It's the same thing, and it's faster for whoever work at home. But if you go to the classic Japanese restaurant, the real Japanese restaurant, you're gonna find the real dashi that can be used for different, and depending what kind of dish you're gonna get, that's what you're gonna, this different material being used to make the dashi. So I want to just clarify a little bit what we talked last week, but we talked so fast that we didn't get into this conversation. That it's very very good to know anyway, and I actually make sure that I ask maybe my wife about that. So I want to make mistake. For I'm listening in Japan, I don't want to get mistake. He said, "What are you talking about?" No. I was so curious when I was there. I learned a lot from there. Of course, I never had the chance to work in the Japanese cuisine, but I have so many Japanese chefs that I know, and I steal the recipe from them. I steal the idea, steal the process, how they do and things. So I saw a few times, and it's lots of job, but the result, of course, it's always fantastic. Anyway,
Definitely fantastic. So,
yeah.
so because of that, Shafi, let's shout out our listeners from Japan.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Why not? Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu. So, so Shafi, can you read what
Oh
places
yeah, I got glasses
your
today. Don't worry.
glasses today? Yes.
I can see good today. Last week I was couldn't see nothing. Okay, we
Okay.
got Tokyo 40%. We got Shiba 26%. Osaka 9%. Wow, Osaka. Kagawa 8%. Okinawa 3%. Shiga 2%. Miyazaki 2%. Aichi 2%. Kanagawa 2%. And Saitama 2%, Yogo, yeah, 2%, Kyoto 1%, Gunma 1%, Fukuoka 1%, Shizuoka 1%, Hokkaido 1%.
Yes. Thank you, Japan, for supporting this
You see that
podcast.
I love it too much over there.
One more country, Shafi. Which one do you like? Uh,
That doesn't matter. I love
okay,
whoever listens.
let's do Sri Lanka because we always on the
Sure,
top 10 on the Apple charts.
fantastic.
Okay, this she in Sri Lanka, Shafi?
And excuse me.
This is the Sri Lanka percentage. In we always number two or number one on the Apple chart.
Oh wow, fantastic!
Yes. In Western Province, we got 100% audience share. That's why we always number one there.
Wow,
So one more,
fantastic!
Shafi, because that is not that much. Let's do a shout out to the people listening in Kenya.
Kenya,
Oh,
fantastic. Okay. Oh, Nairobi province, 91%.
oh,
Wow. Kiambu district, 9%. Wow, fantastic.
wow. Thank you
Wow,
so
Nairobi,
much,
fantastic.
Kenya. Yes, yes, yes. And let's do one more, Shafi. Let's
No,
do
no
shout
problem.
out.
That's
We
why
have
we're here.
we have a lot
Let's
of
be together.
we have a lot of countries listening to us, and we need to shout out them because thank you
Of
for
course.
listening to us. Sweden.
Sweden, okay.
Oh,
Okay, now I start to
okay,
talk about
Shafi.
it.
Okay, Sweden, Shafi.
Holland, 42%, Stockholm, 27%, Skane County, 6%, Västra Götaland, 4%, Västra Götaland County, 2%, Orebro, 2%, Uppsala, 2%, Skane, 2%, Västernorrland, 2%, Stockholm County, 2%, Västmanland County, 2%, Östergötland, 2%, Västerbotten, 2%, Uppsala County, 2%. I hope I spell all the name right because oh my God, forgive me for the mistakes.
Yes, thank you, Sweden, and all the countries that listening to our podcast. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast because this podcast is created to empower food. So, Shafi, Dashi, if you compare to our stock that we are doing here, is it more laborious than usual
Uh, mm,
or the
pretty
same?
much. Ma well, take more careful. You got to be more very careful. Like for us, the stock, we just put it on, let it boil up, and that's it. You just simmer, and you take it down. You put the lower gas on it, so it's cooking a little bit of time. For that one, you got to be careful that you reach the right temperature. Then you shut it off, and then you take out the kelp when it's time. If you boil it, that's not going to be the right thing. So,
Mm,
and then yet the most important thing, that you had to follow a recipe. Because if you don't follow the recipe, the dash is going to be weak, or the dash is going to be light, or the dash was not going to be good at all. So it's very important to follow the recipe. So if you don't know, just go on the internet and just check a nice recipe of dashi, how to make from scratch, if you want to make from scratch, of course.
yes,
And
yes.
there is so many stores in town, whatever. Well, in town, I'm talking about Toronto, but all over, Canada, that you can find, the kelp. If you don't find that, of course, there is already the dashi in granulated, so you can use that one too. So it's still good. It's fantastic, you know. And
Yes.
I tell you because I use it, so it's it's easier.
Yes,
It's easier fast. I'm not crazy about the granulated instant or whatever, but this it's very good. So.
definitely. So, Shafi, why dashi is very essential in Japanese cuisine?
Well, you need it for many different things. So it's been used for so many different things. So that's the most important. The most important. It's like for us, if you do a vegetable bouillon, you need a vegetable bouillon for almost everything at the end, because at the end when you if somebody's got allergy on, you can have chicken, or you can have pork or beef. You just use a vegetable stock, and yeah, of course it's important.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. They are the soul of the kitchen of Japanese
Yes,
cuisine,
one of the most important things the Japanese need to have in the kitchen. That's if you don't have dash, it's going to be a problem, you know.
for sure.
So you can make even the miso soup, or if you without dash. So
Yeah.
it's one of the most important thing for the Japanese.
So, Shafi, how can dashi enhance the flavor of stews and simmered dishes?
In flavor of what? Sorry.
You know, if you're doing stews or simmered dishes, how make dashi enhance the flavor?
But I think the dashi is very delicate broth. Then depending which one you use it. So if you use only a kombu dashi, maybe you can use even as a broth for vegetable as a side for the vegetable. But I remember that there is a kind of you know takoyaki, no? How to
Yes.
make takoyaki? Okay. So in Akashi Island, there is an akashi yaki. They are made with the eggs and dashi. The roof for this little, kind of a sphere, half a sphere, kind of. There is an octopus inside and a kind of uh, egg half a sphere. It's like almost an egg omelette by half a sphere. I can't call it omelette because it's not omelette.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's made with the base of with the dash, the roux. But it's being served in the dashi broth too. So when you eat in this typical plate of akashi, you eat this half sphere of eggs with the octopus inside with the soup of the dashi. So it's being used for many things. So especially in the Japanese cuisine, of course.
Mm, definitely. So, Shafi, what are the common mistakes to avoid when making dashi?
If you boil the kelp, of course that's one. Or you over boil the sardine. It's
Delicate process.
yeah, it's a delicate process, especially for the kelp anyway.
Mm,
You
yes.
know,
So, how can we store the dashi, Shafi, and the shelf
well, you
life?
still make fresh every time. That's the thing. Uh, but eventually you can keep one day in the fridge, but I will not suggest because it's better when it's fresh. It's
Mm,
made. So I saw many things, even on the net, you can see, they put already in the container with the water, put in the fridge, and the next day just, use the kelp water on it. So there is a different process how to make it and a different way. But I usually never thought about to keep your storage because it's always something that you make every day. So I'm not sure to be the right person to answer one that question about how to keep the dash, but I can let you know. I'm gonna
yes,
ask my wife. She's gonna let
definitely.
me know that.
Yeah, next week. Let's
But I,
ask
I know for sure, for fact, the Japanese they make dashi fresh every time. So it's that's for sure.
for sure. So, Shafi, if you have a milestones to celebrate, of course, our Food 101 have us another milestone of Food 101 people, because we just launched our Food 101 Foundation. It helps the less fortunate children all over the world. And Chef and I are really encouraging you to donate so that these less fortunate people will have the nourishment, vitamins, and food on their table. Every donation that you will give, it will serve to these less fortunate children to make them stronger, healthy for the brighter generations to come. And as we said, we have a lot of milestones to celebrate, from 1 million downloads, from books, from culinary courses, our merchandise. Who knows will be the next milestones of Food 101. Oh,
Well, we keep going anyway. So
yes.
a little bit the time, a little bit the time.
Yes. Slowly but surely. People, we have
Slowly,
already
yeah. Slowly,
Yes,
of course. We are no rush anyway.
no rush. People, we are already on the fourth season, and next year we are having our fifth season. Imagine.
Yes,
My goodness, it's so fast. Time is so fast. And Chef and I are really dedicated to make this podcast bigger.
better and bolder.
Yes, we are sticking to our motto, people,
Yes.
and we are proving it. We are proving it because we have a
Well,
lot of
most of the
milestones.
things we have fun anyway. So that's the most important thing. At
Yes,
least it is, we dedicate ourselves on this podcast, but we enjoy to have fun too anyway.
yes. If you have
Yeah.
the passion of what you are doing, or people, if even if you are tired, you have the commitment to do it because you love what you are doing. And
Yes.
as we said, we love sharing of what our experience and food that we are doing in the kitchen because this is our line of work every day.
Yeah. That's true.
Yes. So Shafi, Dashi, what else you can say about it?
Well, I think we say everything, whatever we had to say about it for now. So if you are listening in Japan, they're gonna let us
No.
something else that we don't know about it. It should be amazing to to be in
Yes.
contact with us, of course.
Please. Please
But pretty
comment.
much, I say as much I know. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I love to share whatever I know as much as possible.
Yes.
So
Please comment, people from Japanese people listening to us.
yeah, send a
Uh
message, It's always cool. And maybe if there is some Japanese chef who want to join us here talking with us, it would be very,
yes.
very interesting.
Yes. We
To
are
do one day, a Japanese cuisine mix, with Italian. Why not?
definitely. This a fusion and
Yeah.
Canadian. And people, happy Canada Day. Happy
Happy
Canada Day
Canada
to
Day.
everyone.
Of
And I
course.
hope, yes, I hope you will having a bright, 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 bright day for this moment. We are celebrating a happy, happy Canada Day. So, Shafi, what are the health benefits of consuming dashi
Well,
regularly?
it's all natural anyway. It's uh, nothing wrong with that. More
Yes.
natural than that, you can. Yeah.
Definitely, it will help you to boost your immune system because
Yes.
it's good, full of nourishment and vitamins and minerals. So, how can we adjust the intensity of dashi to suit different recipes? Should we put
Well,
more
well,
fish?
no, but like I said before, no, you can put too much fish. Like I said before, you have to follow recipe. So there is a basic recipe for each one dashi that you want to do. So if you have to make sure that you follow the recipe, because if you don't follow that recipe, the flavor is going to be weak, or it's going to be light, or it's not going to be good at all. That's what I said even before. So it's important that whatever you want to do, if there is a specific recipe you want to do, you follow basic recipe of the dash that you need to use. It's always be that depend on what you want to do and what you need for.
Yes, for sure. So, Chef, if we're talking about Italian cuisine, in Italy, let's say pesto, they have different version of pesto all over Italy. Is it the same with dashi that in Japan they have different version
Well,
of it?
there is a different way to make it, maybe, and I believe, I can't be sure 100% because I live only in one area of Japan. And there was no in my cuisine to study over there, and you know, I, I never have the chance to learn from another city or another chef from a different part of Japan. So I can't tell you that, but. I know for sure there is different kind of miso around the Japan. Absolutely. So should be a different way how to make dashi in all Japan for sure.
Yes, for sure. And people, we are encouraging you to do or use dashi in all the recipe or anything that you are cooking in the kitchen. It helps to give you this umami taste.
Yes,
Oh, it's most of the Japanese people like the umami taste. So try
absolutely.
it. Try
Everybody
it.
likes umami.
Yes. It has a rich, savory umami flavor and it's typically
Yes.
made from, chef already mentioned. And Food 101 are encouraging you to consume in the kitchen. Please do recognize as your daily ingredients because it's something else to be part of the kitchen. So,
Yeah,
Chefy,
find a nice recipe, find a nice recipe that you can use, of course. Just
yes,
improvise a home and surprise the people at home. That you make something different. Why not using
why not?
a little bit dashi
Yes,
in a new recipe in the kitchen?
definitely. So, people, we are encouraging you to donate our Food 101 Foundation because it helps less fortunate children all over the world.
Perfect. Thank you, American people.
See you soon.
Bye bye.